Hello students, good morning and welcome back to school. Well students, we have just finished with our second unit assessment and now we are heading towards our final destination, that is our final exam for the academic year 2020-2021. So with this new way, let us continue with our Standard 7 Geography portion. Now my dear children, for our Geography portion, for your second unit, we have just completed lesson number 6, 7 and 8. And now we are going to continue with our new lesson, lesson number 9. And our today's lesson, lesson 9, is a very beautiful and interesting lesson because it is related with our primitive and our ancient tradition and culture of growing food grains, fruits, flowers and raising of livestock, and that is none other than agriculture. So my dear children, let us see what exactly agriculture means in our today's video 1, which will cover part 1 and part 2. So let us all continue with our teaching learning process and let's start with the new lesson, agriculture. Well, now in this part, in this video 1, in part 1, we are going to study in part 1 and part 2, we are going to study two different topics. One is what exactly is agriculture, what do you mean by agriculture, and the second topic which will be including with what is animal husbandry, or what are the things which are included or taken with agriculture and animal husbandry. So I hope you all are ready, all set. Please open your textbook to page number 52, lesson 9, agriculture. So moving ahead. Well, my dear children, now what are we going to understand over here? You can see a picture on your screen. The same picture is in your textbook on page number 52. A house in a village. Now, a beautiful scenery, a beautiful house, a village house. You can see some cattle, animals are there, hens are there, a field is there behind. You can see a plow, you can see a old lady who is milking a cow. You can see a girl who is trying to remove an egg from, right? These are various things which you can see with some various activities which are taking place in this picture. Now, along with this picture, there are some questions which are also given to you in your textbook. The questions are, what all do you see in the picture? Why has the family kept goats and hens? Which implements are seen in the picture? Implement means the tools or instruments what you can see. How are these implements used? In which major occupation type will the activities shown here be included? What could be the main occupation of these people? What could be the owner, or who could be the owner of the house? Owner means who is the main person of the house, or what is the profession, or who is the head of the house? Which product shown in the above picture do you use daily? So these are some of the questions which are asked to you in the text, and related with this, let us try to just imagine and let us try to understand, not imagine because already the picture is in front of us. So let us see what these pictures are trying to tell us. So as you can see, you can clearly say that this is a house of a farmer because you can see a field, you can see some corn crops over there. You can see a farmer who is having a spade, then you can see a plow there, you can see a cartwheel over there, hens are there, goats are there. So all these different activities are being carried out, right? And the owner of the house, you can say he is a farmer. Now, let us try to understand what exactly this picture is trying to tell us. Okay? Now, according to this picture, as we say that looking at the picture, this picture is of a farmer. And what is the main work of the farmer? The main work of the farmer is to work in the fields. Fields means on a farm where he actually tills the ground and he grows crop. So this is related with agriculture. Now, what is agriculture? So, this is the meaning of agriculture. The word agriculture is the English adaptation of the Latin word agricultura. Agra or agro means field, okay, field, and cultura means cultivation. So, a field which is cultivated. So, in the strict sense, agricultura means tillage of the soil. As you can see in the picture, tillage means to wear and tear, to break the soil, okay, to bring the good soil up, okay, and then you plant some seeds or sow some seeds in it, and by making use of various activities, you grow some good plants or good crops. So, agriculture was developed at least 10,000 years ago. That means right from, you can say, when we started with the Stone Age period of man, and when in the Stone Age period or the primitive age period, when man understood that when some things have been planted on the, or when some seeds were fallen on the ground, and when proper water and proper climatic conditions were provided, it started growing and it started producing some fruits on it. So they understood that this can help him in producing some good food. That came to be known as agriculture. So it is a traditional old, very, very old tradition where farming or agricultural process started taking place. Now, agriculture is a primary occupation because it is related with the land, with the soil. So it is a primary occupation, and in agriculture there are various activities which are included. It is not only growing crops like rice, wheat, jawar, bajra, no. But along with that, agriculture also involves growing of different pulses and cereals, growing of vegetables and fruits, growing of flowers, fruits, and also agriculture is also related with rearing or growing up and raising of livestock. Livestock means animals. Okay, so let us understand in detail what exactly this agriculture means. Okay, now there's another picture which has been given to you, okay, which is on page number 53. Now here you can see there are various different pictures which are merged. The first picture is of a primitive man, or the man who used to wander in the forest from one place to another. Second picture is a farmer plowing in the field. Third picture you can see it's an today's modern technology which has been used in the field. Next below you can see how the water has been for all the irrigation, spring irrigation, drip irrigation, right? Various irrigation facilities which are provided. And at the last, in the last row you can see the livestock, that is hens are shown, hens and cocks are shown. So this is the livestock. So these are some traditional and modern agricultural activities which are shown in this picture. Okay, so before I move ahead, let us understand what exactly these pictures have to tell us. Now, a farmer keeps hens, sheep, goats and cattle. This is what you had seen in our first picture. From this, he gets egg, milk, etc., which he can sell in the market. He can sell the hens, he can sell the egg, he can sell the milk, and he can earn money. He does all this for his subsistence. Subsistence means for his own use and for his family need. Along with all this thing, all these occupations which are there, like rearing of the livestock, milking of the cows, or selling the eggs, these are all related, or these are dependent with the natural factors, and these are all fall under agriculture. Now these occupations are supplementary. Supplementary means they are together. While growing crops, you also need, because when you are working in the field, you need the cows, the bullocks, the oxen, right? So animals are needed to work in the field. So they are supplementary to the cultivations of crop. So agriculture has a wide scope, and for our basic needs of food and clothing, we make use of plants and animals. Besides the cultivation of different crops, rearing cattle, sheep and goats, maintaining poultry farms, keeping bees, sericulture, horticulture, orchardry, pisciculture, pig farming, emu farming, etc. are also included in agriculture. In agricultural occupation, resources like manpower, that is, you need people who will work on the farms and fields. So manpower, animals, the most important, different implement, that is tools which are needed to be used, etc. are being used. Along with that, advanced technology that today you can see, tractors are there, ploughing machines are there, thresher machines are there. So advanced technology is also being used in agriculture. So this agriculture, that is cultivation of crop, is considered to be the main and the most important occupation in today's world. That is this is the old traditional method which is continued along with taking in new agricultural methods. Okay. So now let us understand more in detail with this agricultural process. Now looking at the picture 9.2, what we just saw. In the above picture, we saw the changes in agricultural practice. In the past, that is when primitive man or the Stone Age man was there, he had to wander in the forest to sustain. Sustain means for his daily needs, for his clothing, for his food, for his shelter. He has to wander from one place to another and he has to search for all these things. And he has to sustain himself on the collected forest produce. Later, he learned the art of cultivation and started getting greater production from the land. Through this, he could provide for the whole year need of food grain. He also started obtaining a number of products through floriculture, horticulture, rearing animals, pisciculture, etc. Abjoining means leaving, okay, leaving from one place to another or leaving from one area to another, leaving the nomadic life. The Stone Age man living the nomadic life, as he started gaining knowledge and he started understanding the different things around him, he started living a better life. So he understood the different types of occupations which are related with agriculture, and then he settled down on one place, and from there he started living his proper permanent life. Now these pictures which I have shown, these are different ways. Traditional method, how farming was been carried out, where ploughing was there, sowing was done, threshing of the crops were done. So these are all the traditional method. Now let us understand with this how agriculture is related and what are the different allied activities. Allied activities means along with agriculture, what are the other primary activities which are also going hand in hand with agriculture. So let us understand more in detail with the part of agriculture. Now as I said, in the first part we are going to study what is agriculture, right? So we are going to study about floriculture, horticulture, that is growing of flowers, growing of fruits and vegetables. We are going to study of pisciculture, that is fish farming. We are going to study of poultry, where pigs, emu, goats, sheep are reared. We are going to study of beekeeping, how bees have been also been a part that is getting honey and wax. So all these things we are going to study in our today's lesson, in our today's part of agriculture. So I hope, my dear students, you all are ready and set to know more about agriculture. Let's move ahead. Our first topic for our video is animal husbandry. And in animal husbandry, what are we going to study? In this, we are going to study rearing different animals. Rearing means to bring up or to grow and to take care of the animals. So rearing different animals and obtaining various products from these animals for subsistence use. That is, like you can see, cows, buffalo, sheep, goat, rabbits, emu, ducks, okay, pigs. All these animals are being used by the farmers so that along with growing of crops, from this animal he gets milk, he gets eggs, he gets meat, he gets wool and other things which can be used for his daily products, for his family also, and even he can sell some of the products in the market and earn some extra money. Okay, so my dear children, let us understand more in detail and which are the different other components of the part of animal husbandry in our part 2. So we'll continue animal husbandry in our part